Hi Virgo, hi, it's me, Janelle. Thank you so much for tuning in again. It's been a really long time, amen. You guys, I mean, I'm in Aries, but you know, I do tend to love my Virgos. A lot of messages that come through for my Virgos I can be down with. I just love it. Anyway, thank you so much for waiting for my September 2019 video. And of course this is timeless, so I'm going to open it up to anybody. Before I begin, please forgive the lighting. It may go in and out because I'm using a certain app. Now, already energy's coming, I can feel it. I do want to say very quickly before the energy comes that if you'd like a personal reading with me, thank you so much. You can find my information down below. If you'd like to donate to me because, well, you like me, you like my voice, or you just like something, or you feel like being kind, thank you. That information is down below with my PayPal link. Thank you. Okay, let's jump right in. All right, so already what I'm getting is Spirit is saying don't be afraid to fix things, Virgo. In the month of September 2019, or whenever you're watching this, you may have something that you need to fix. I think it could be a relationship, it could be a marriage, it could be a work thing, it could be health. I'm seeing that for some of you, you guys are like, not this health thing again, whether it's something like, for example, cancer, and you thought it was finished and you're done, you beat it, and now it's coming back, or something is popping up and you need to address it. Whatever it is, Spirit is saying don't be afraid to fix it. All right, now that being said, I'm seeing that for the month of September you're going to be received, or whenever, okay, you're going to be receiving some light. Okay, so I saw this here under your deck. Then bam, look, there you are, you have it, and it's been given to you. Now, what is this light? Well, I don't know. For some of you, I'm feeling that it's a home, maybe, and in fact, not only am I feeling that it's a home, like a property, I'm also seeing in the next card that, you know, you're getting a key. But for some of you, it could be spiritual knowledge, it could be whatever it is. You will be receiving something of great value in the month of September 2019. For some of you, I'm seeing it's career and it's greater responsibility. And if it is career, dear God, I just feel good for you, because it's like moving up a level. Not moving up a level like, oh, I was junior sales associate, now I'm sales associate. I mean like moving up a level, sorry, excuse me, like, oh, now I'm part of the executive group. Like whatever it is that you're getting, that's if you're doing career, you're getting something in the month of September. Okay, so then just to confirm that, I see the numbers here add up to 9. Hey, September, yay. Okay, now that being said, the next card I saw was, look at this. It's mirroring. In both cases, somebody is receiving something. What that means to me is when you receive this, you're also going to, oh, thank you, Spirit. They're so great. I just love Spirit. Okay, amen. They're saying that when you receive this, whatever it is, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a job, whether it's a home, a property, whatever it is, you're gonna get, it comes with more responsibility. What kind of responsibility? Well, logistically, it's going to come with physical responsibility, things that you just have to do as a responsible holder of that obligation or that gift. But also I'm seeing spiritual responsibility. Okay, if you move up into a new position, of course you're going to have to exercise a different level of care. I'm sorry, I'm getting annoyed with these cards. Just stay. Okay, but so the point is, Spirit is saying we're not just giving you something and that's it. Like, you're getting something and you have to be responsible with it. So what does that look like? If you're in finances and you are getting moved into a position where you are having more access to money or over people's accounts, there's a fiduciary interest, right? Oopsies. All right. Ooh, just as I said that, I mean, just as I was thinking, I saw this and it's on this candle. I'm hearing very clearly, do not be led into temptation. Okay, I'm just saying, because I'm seeing that. I'm seeing some of you, this has to do with a relationship. Listen, make the right choice. You may find yourself in a position where you may have had multiple choices. Okay, say for example, you know that, it was just 444 at 4 minutes and 44 seconds. Thanks, angels. Say, for example, you know that somebody said, okay, you're going, like a psychic or whatever, you're going to have a new relationship coming in, right? But maybe you're like, oh no, which one? I've got like 3 people interested in me. This is for an example. For example, if your gift is the relationship, yes, there are 3 people interested in you, but actually there's only one person that is designed to really bring you the highest here. And you have to exercise your intuition with that. And if you do get a chance to be with that person, then you do have to focus. Don't screw up, don't screw around, okay? Because I'm seeing the number 11 around whatever this gift is, whether it's the property or just whatever it means for you. And I'm really seeing, do not fall into temptation. Don't fall into ego. And if it is a relationship thing, don't go sleeping around with other people. Don't do this BS. Sorry, not getting angry, but I usually get burned on this. Do not do this whole BS like, oh yeah, I'm just dating around, it's not serious, I'm seeing this person, but I'm seeing that person and that person and that. It doesn't work that way, okay? With this situation, it's definitely God-given, all right? So it's funny because I was just going to say, usually because I'm using the oracle cards, you can find the type down in the box below, but I was going to say, you know what, I feel like this could be an Ace of Swords situation or an Ace of wand situation where you're receiving something that is divine, you know, Ace of Cups situation. And I'm like, are those here? Boom, Ace of Wands, boom, Ace of Swords. I haven't, oh, boom, Ace of Pentacles. Jeez, I haven't even read here yet, okay? I don't pre-read as much anymore, okay? So please just be mindful. They're saying, to sum it up, God bless, for the month of September, if you haven't already, you will receive something of great value. Your job is to receive it, be grateful, and know that it's given to you for the blessing of not only yourself but for other people. So with that comes a great spiritual what's the word? I wanted to say something else, responsibility, but the word integrity wanted to come out of my mouth. Spiritual integrity. Okay, so please, please, please be careful of that. Many a great people have fallen because of that. Now they're saying once you are ready, once you sign that contract, once you say, yes, God, I will, you know, look how they add themselves to you. Bling. And now your yellow ball, I don't even want to move that. Your yellow ball has changed now to white with that combined power. You know, remember Captain Planet? When your powers combine. So it's one of those things, all right? So please be mindful. Now, why I love doing the Virgo readings is because you guys know, well, maybe if you watch my stuff, you know I specialize in helping people connect with spiritual projects. You know, I have a reading for that on my page, Stepping into Mastery, so if you feel like this is you, feel free. But yeah, and so a lot of times my Okay, readings, it's you know, a lot of Virgos, you guys are teachers, straight up. All right, anyway, let's keep going. Okay, thank you, Spirit. I paused so I can think for a second. Oh, by the way, I also I just started, whoopsies, okay, wax leak. I just started a playlist, by the way, where I'm going to collect all of my readings that come through, but that could also serve as tutorials for if you need to do spiritual work. So all right, you know, we're gonna leave that there for right now for spiritual work. So I think I'm gonna add this there. Okay, you know what's crazy? As I paused it to start cleaning up, I was like, oh my God, get it while it's hot. And I was like, oh my gosh, I think that's also a message for you guys. Get it while it's hot. They're offering some of you guys, or if you're attracted to this reading, you're being offered some kind of spiritual service. 6 and 1, 7, get out of your prisons. 1 and 1, spiritual number 11, right? That sacred knowledge. So yes, okay, we'll get to that in a second. Let's try not to worry about that. All right, so I'm seeing, sorry about that, I'm talking too much. Anyway, let's also take a look here. What I'm seeing again is that you're going to, around this gift, there's going to be, I don't want to say it's a test, like a last test or something like that. There's going to be kind of an ego test here. So for example, if it's a relationship, you're going to be given the idea, okay, there's someone interested in you, or there's someone for you. Now, you have to choose, using your integrity and using just your spiritual knowledge, choose wisely, okay? No matter what it is, whether it's a property, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a job or career, whatever this is going to have a little bit of a test before it. And if you move on to the next realm, okay, if you move on to the next level, they will start to work with you. So as they're saying, get it while it's hot. And as I'm saying, please choose wisely, be careful. There's going to be a little temptation around this, whatever it is. Now, you can't see the cards, so I'm going to try, and please forgive me with the lighting, okay? See, I'm seeing, don't worry about the flowers and all this. Just look at, I'm just going to show you what my spiritual eyes see. So I'm seeing that you're going to have options, but be careful, because one of those options, or some of those options, are just going to be different tests in disguise. Can you go to what they're really giving you, which is the daisy, without getting caught up in the fake stuff, which are the roses and the rose petals and the fake, you know, flowers in the background? This is temptation that we're seeing. Now, the question is, well, how could I avoid it? Well, for this one, it's an inside job. It really, really is. Because when I see this, I'm seeing a dowsing rod almost. What I'm seeing is that you're gonna have to really go inside. Use your spiritual eyes. Do not just think, oh, well, this person loves me and that person is, yeah, but they may not be the one being directed. Well, this job pays that job pays, or this property, that it may not be the one that you need. So just because it jumps out at you first or it looks obvious doesn't mean it's the choice. In fact, for some of you, I do think this has to do with a relationship. I'm seeing an engagement ring there. So I do feel that for some of you, this is a warning, because if it is a relationship, it's got the ability to go the long haul, okay? And if you're in a relationship already, if you've already received this gift before, please be careful for the month of September, because there could be some testing elements going on there. And the question's kind of simple. Part of me wants to say, do you deserve it? But we have to be careful when we talk about deservedness, okay? Instead, I will ask you this, while we all avoid looking at that because it's not here. I will ask you this: are you ready for this, whatever it is that they want to give you, okay? Now, that being said, let's continue on. Okay, Virgo, welcome back. I paused a little bit to do some cleanup on aisle 4. Bing. I'm looking at this and I'm getting another storyline here as well. So I believe that if you're watching this video, some of you may well have made that mistake already. You may have, thank you, Spirit, got it. Okay, let's look at this other storyline that's popping up, okay? So welcome to the reading as well. You did receive something of value. There was something of value that was destined for you, that belonged to you. And I'm seeing here this. Oh, together. Wow. Never seen these two together before. I was going to say, this is something that was destined for you. I'm seeing this in the heavens almost. I'm seeing, when I pulled it, I saw this card in the middle, and I was going to say it was something that you designed yourself. Boom. And then I'm seeing something else. Another person. For some of you, yes, this was a relationship. This had something to do with a relationship straight up. And I don't want to go ahead and say twin situation, because, and everyone's like, I'm a twin. It's like the starseed situation. Not everybody belongs to those, okay? Wherever you fall on this, whatever this was, I'm seeing this is straight gift, all right? This was something destined. It was something held for you. It was something that was then, guess what? Given to you. Because look, that orb, it was given to you. And this was between you and that other person. Look at the mirroring. Two people in the sky, floral arrangements, rainbow, water, 11, 2. The symmetry, this was very much an agreement, a soul agreement. And I think this thing was given to you. And I feel that somebody, whether it's you or someone else, made a mistake, okay? They made a mistake just as they were at the gates. Look at this. They were at the gates of completion. 8 and 2 is 10. They were getting ready to move into that 11, that symmetry. And then boom, what happened? Temptation hit. Under the dark moon. Temptation hit. Okay? Look at that. you're getting a chance again to, so if you're watching this and this sounds like a storyline from your life, you're like, you're reading my life right now. I'm being told that you're getting a second chance at this, whatever it is. They're saying, if this is you, stay strong. Do not start falling. See the mirroring a little bit here? Don't start falling into old patterns. Stay out of the dark. Just if something could appeal to you, you know, don't do it. You know better than that, right? A reassurance of the golden light. This is going to be a reassurance for you guys that this is going to come back around again. Some of you may have been wondering about that, right? Is it going to happen for me? That's confirmation for some of you if you came into this reading thinking about that. Now, that certainly explains why we've got 2. Okay, look at this. 2 takes. Take 1, didn't work out. Okay, take 2, 11. All right, please make sure that you get this right, because if you get this right, look what's waiting for you, that person. Okay, now again, if the dynamics fit you and it's not a person, it's a relationship, that, I mean, excuse me, if it's not a relationship, it's a situation, like some other thing, then same thing applies. You know, you were almost at the end zone, so to speak. Now, if it is a relationship situation or whatever it is, that thing that you gave up because of the decision you made has been being held in the wings, okay? So it's being held for you. So please, you know, come on. Sorry, no judgments, no judgies. But that's just another storyline that's popping up there. And that's the flowers, the temptation, right? I think that this is going to be a wishes fulfilled for all parties involved if you guys can stay on the straight and narrow. Now, going along with it looks like we're switching track over to the storyline of there being a mistake made. But again, if dynamics fit here for you, then please listen. So I'm seeing that right now, Spirit is saying that if you have in fact made a mistake, or whether it's part of the mistake storyline or not, you may consider yourself to be in a prison of some sort. Now, whenever I see these 2 together, that to me tells me there needs to be a perspective shift, because you see how there's some mirroring here, but the truth is that what seems like a prison for you is actually an opportunity for learning. See that even it says 6 and 1, 16, that's a 7, right? That there's great spiritual learning that can come from that. You can shift your perspective. Look, 11. So in either case, no matter what outfits you don, that's you, and that's you, and that's your teacher, and that's your teacher, your guide. So they're asking you to please change your perspective on whatever is going on in your life. Wherever you feel that you're being imprisoned or held back or blocked, please learn the lesson from that. All right, I'm being shown that once you change your perspective, you're going to be on track again. Okay, you're going to be on track, transferring onto that train, and they're saying on time. Look, then you're going to be going into learning. This is learning. It says initiation, right? So you're going to be continuing on. If it's a spiritual project, you'll be learning, going through that. If it's relationship, whatever it is, you're going to be learning. Why? So that you don't make the same mistake again. All right? It's pretty cut and dry here. Once you do that, you emerge from the forest of learning, right? And then look, he's like, yeah, some fresh air. Got my learning down, you know, and boom, there you are, reunited with the object of your affection, whatever that is, whether it's a person, you know, relationship, a job, a family, property, whatever it is, you're right back on there. But notice your guide. Your guide is there, okay? So as you come here to get to this thing, whatever that thing is that you were not able to get, you know, because of the slip up right before the end zone, right? I feel that you're gonna get it, and your guides are gonna be waiting to see how you deal with that. So please, you know, let's try to keep it tight, okay? Okie dokie, folks. Let's move on to here. I'm definitely seeing a storyline here. And again, I just want you to apply it in whatever way works for you. But what I'm seeing here, the storyline that's popping up has to do with the relationship. They're really pushing that one today. So this came out for September, and interestingly, this pile is for October. So we'll look at that one in a second. But I'm seeing that in the month of September, these are the dynamics that are going to be at play, especially within this connection. I'm seeing a relationship here. I'm seeing a relationship here that should have been, and that went all hells of awry, okay? Completely awry because of that temptation that came up, and right? So I'm seeing this person is definitely marriage material. They're destined to be your mate. In fact, they're being held here while you know, do your learning and stuff. See, here's the 2. They're being held while you do your thing. Now, I'm seeing that in the month of September, what's going to happen is you're going to be, or you or the other person's going to be moving forward. Now, it's the 6 of Swords, so it's like a moving forward to better times, but please know that there's still things that do need to be addressed. Now, I see a gradual movement here, so it's not like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's like they're saying there's going to be a 1, 3, 6, you know, or is that 5? 1, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 1, 3, 5. There's going to be a 1, 3, 5. I think if the lesson is learned, see, no words are ever spilled in these readings. If the lesson is learned, this becomes a 1, 3, 5 situation. If it takes long and the lesson is not learned, 1, 3, 6. I'll show you this. Because I guess this doesn't have to come to pass in October, right? Let me just show you 1, 3, 5, so you're not like, are we playing piano? What's going on? All right. There's going to be a gradual shift. There's going to be a movement forward, and there's going to be greater commitment and greater acknowledgement of this other person that you're with, okay? So if you the watcher are not the one who made the mistake, then this is you, okay? If you are the one that made the mistake, then this is you, and it's from your perspective. Whoever it is that made the mistake at the end zone, you're going to be moving forward, moving towards greater commitment to whatever it is, but I'm really feeling this, they're highlighting this relationship. Moving forward to this greater commitment and finally acknowledging that partner that you totally did not acknowledge. You weren't in a space of maturity to be able to acknowledge that partner. Now, if you do not learn your lesson, that 5th card, that acknowledgement is not going to be there yet, and instead it'll be like, yes, you're moving forward, yes, you're, every little bit of healing helps to get you closer, even as I said, closer to this commitment. Notice how this card is cutting out that second person. That's because the acknowledgement isn't there. So it's like, yeah, just, and then boom, still not wanting to commit, still not wanting to acknowledge, still not wanting to take the cup, take the gift that has been offered. All right? So right now, whoever it was that made this mistake is we're watching this person, okay? The world is waiting for this person to learn the spiritual lesson. Now, as this movement of healing continues at whatever pace this person chooses to do, I feel that there will be some form of commitment. They're saying there's going to be some form of commitment. I don't know how much. It really depends, right? That's the realm of a personal reading. God bless. But I feel like there might be some kind of connection as well, because here's the King of Swords. If there is connection, not connection, communication, yeah, there's the King of Swords, maybe some truths, maybe this person will, talk about how they were hurt in this, like they made a mistake, but they might say stuff like it affected me too, or they might do everything just short of telling you what it is that you really want to hear, which is, let's get together, let's get married, let's connect, let's commit, let's have the child, let's move into that house, let's whatever it is, because I'm seeing his hand cut off right here. So right where the ring finger should be. So this person is going to be connecting with you and communicating to you. Definitely apologies. And if they're mature enough to actually be like, I'm sorry, I apologize, and tell what they've done, then you'll get that. But you'll probably get their level of apology. Like, they might not say the word sorry, depending on your person, but then again, it's the King of Swords. So whatever it is that they do offer, that's the best they can do at this time. I think they will acknowledge in their own way that they shot themselves in the foot. They shot themselves in the foot. So I think that you're going to be getting that as they move towards being able to acknowledge you more, whether or not by October they have fully acknowledged you, or whether they need more healing. I'm also seeing that throughout that line, they're going to be kind of going inward. They might be keeping some of their thoughts to themselves, even though they're expressing, right? There will be some indecision. Why? Because they're still working through it. They're still working through it, okay? But if they move fast enough, and if the lesson is learned quick enough, they're going to acknowledge you. They're finally going to acknowledge you, like, oh my God, this is my person. But if not, then they're going to be indecisive still, and they're going to head into the month of October with this indecision, this discontent, this restlessness, this no, I don't wanna kind of, when God says here, you're like, no, this, I can't think of the word. What's the word? Resistance, this, yeah. Now, let's look here again. I'm picking up also, because we're going to go down now, I'm picking up also in the month of September for you, Virgo, or the person who made the mistake here. They're going to be moving on, and God is going to give them an opportunity. Dun, 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 dun. Here it is. God is going to give them, look, they will come to the table and make the decision, because see, he's already holding his own wand, or what wand. They're going to make the decision to move forward for the best, right? But God is also going to give them this opportunity. Now, what does the opportunity look like for them? Well, I don't know. It could be something as simple as you're still in contact with them, even if your texts are lame and like you guys just like, hey, how was your day? It was great, bye. Or I'm so tired, I'm this and that, right? It doesn't matter. It's still contact. But they're saying, listen, we're going to be working with this person, right? And he's going to have, or she, right, have all the tools that they need. Thank you, Spirit. They're saying they're going to be working with them, and the idea is to get them in the month of September to realize where they went wrong, what the mistake is. Because I'm seeing them like testing him, like after he's going through this learning, they're like, now tell us again. Look at his hand. Now tell us again what went wrong. And look, he's like, I cheated, or I lied, I looked at that other person's butt, I took money from the cookie jar, whatever it is. But you know, we all know when we get to a certain age, when someone is really owning their mistakes, the language that they use to describe what went wrong is much different. It's not just like a focus on, I guess everyone said I did this, so I did that. It's more like, this is what I did. This is why I did it. Even if they're like, I'm still not sure why I did it. I know it's something deep inside, but I don't know. But I know I did this. I know it cost me this. I know that it cost other people this. I have remorse. Like, that is a mature sense of understanding. And it's usually followed up with, what can I do to make this right? Okay, that's what they're looking to see, how full this person can come to the realization, whether that's you, my dear Virgo, or the other person. Whoever it is in this connection is somebody who made a mistake, okay? So this is going to be in the month of September. They're saying they're going to be working with this person, pushing this person forward, and they're going to be checking in to see, well, what have you learned? What went wrong? Also, what I'm seeing is, in the month of September, there's going to be a time where communication is up and running between the two of you, for the sake of, I'm seeing that Spirit here is going to be, it's part of the progress, part of the process. They're saying there's going to be a time where they're going to be writing to you, or talking to you, or connecting in whatever way. Then there's going to be a time when they need to go inward, because Spirit is giving them also this little rake, right? They're giving them this moment to do the reflection, reflect, think. And you may not hear from them, or you may not contact, whatever. There may be little contact at this time. But then it's going to move back in to some form of, geez, so many words. communication. The words connection and commitment all want to rush out of my mouth. But, you know, all these thoughts, look, connection, communication, commitment, all these thoughts, these little butterflies are in this person's mind. And they're going to be in a position again to talk with you, right? Now, I'm seeing that in this line, it's so lovely. Look at this. This is Spirit's wish. This is Spirit's wish. And it will probably be the test as well. They're probably going to get a little test. So, like, again, so in the month of September, listen, this person, whoever made this mistake, could totally be like, I get it. And boom, by the 15th, they're good. They're ready for the commitment. The happy home life, 10 of Cups is there. The Ace of Pentacles, the gift is there. They need to walk through, and they're going to, and they're going to grab it. They could be ready for that, right? That's what is in escrow. That is what is waiting. But if they're not ready yet, if during this learning phase they haven't gotten it as yet, then of course we're going to keep going, in which case there's still going to be some indecision, right? And in that indecision, I think that there may be some moments where the scales are not balanced. They're not being balanced, right? Because this person may be indecisive and may kind of not be moving as well, right? I'm sorry, let me take a sip. They might not be moving as well, right? So for some of you, that moving means physical moving, like moving. Two things. One of you, that means it's got to be one person. That means somebody is maybe in a coma, or there's some limited movement or mobility there. Maybe they're not moving yet. For some others of you, it could mean like maybe there's somebody that you want to have that you want to see them move out of a home, and like physical moving, like packing things up and moving, whether it's into your house or out of your house or out of a situation, whatever it is, they're not moving yet. If they're indecisive still, they're not going to be moving. And for the rest of us, it means that they're not going to be moving in general, like dynamically, energetically, right? They're going to be stuck. So, but I'm being shown and I'm being ensured that they're saying time waits for no man. They're saying time waits for no man. And if this person gets stuck on this wheel and they're going to throw them off the wheel. So what they're saying, thank you, Spirit. You don't want to mess with the wheel. That's what I'm saying. But they're saying that that if they take too long, time is going to, the Wheel of Fortune is going to move again. Okay? Now, listen. Here's test number 2. Okay, remember test number 1 comes after they go inward, they, blah, blah, blah. Like, did you understand what you did? Let's see, they're being tested. If they get it, boom, we're done. You're good. You can jump off the rest of this reading because you're together. But if not, then you might find that they're still in a place of suspended motion. They're not thinking, they're not doing whatever, but the Wheel of Fortune will turn again. Now, test number 2, if they acknowledge you, it's like putting their right hand over their right eye. Can you see this person? What is this person? Right? They look at you and they're like, oh, dude, this is my coworker. Wrong. That's your wife who you're going to be marrying. Or wrong. Like, they're going to be doing the vision test. Remember, this test at first was, do you know what you did wrong? If they can answer that well, chances are they know who you are. But if they failed that test, their next test is like, now take a look at this person. Now, who do you think this person is? And the way they describe you and the way they acknowledge you is going to make all the difference. Now, if they don't... Anyway, I just feel like for a lot of you, you may not be in the space, because this Queen of Hearts came out, the word wants to say undeniable, the word wants to come out undeniable, but it came out, oh God, my words, where are my words? Reversed. Please note that it's still on the board, right? This tells me that there are still feelings. So if you're the watcher, if you're not the one who made a mistake, the other person is, you might be like, well, I'm done with him or her and I don't want to be in this anymore, or I'm done with this situation, this work situation, this whatever. Love you, but I want to be like, you might be fed up, but you're not done because you're still watching the video, right? God bless. I would be too, because we need to know. But you're still on the board. But I do see that you are probably not going to be staying at home, wondering about this person. You're going out, you're doing your thing, whatever your thing is, even if it's honestly just making it to work and back. You're moving on to the best of your ability, and you're not sitting home waiting for this person to, like, because, you know, right? Maybe you don't even know what this person's doing, but I'm here to let you know this person is being put through the ringer. They're being trained, and they're being given tests. So I do feel that there is going to be some kind of communication that comes in for you. Now remember that when this communication, sorry about the lighting, when this communication comes in at this time around when they do this next test, you may not necessarily, like if they failed, how can I explain this? Gosh, if they did not pass this first test here, then it's time for a second test. By then, you've probably, in the month of September, right, you're probably still moving through, not trying to focus too much on them, doing your best. You may not be having that contact with them as much, but I think contact is going to be reestablished at that time, for whatever purposes Spirit wants to have happen, and that should be towards the end of September. Okay, so I'm seeing that now. Hopefully the idea is that they acknowledge you. Now if they do acknowledge you, I'm just getting that you may or may not be in the space at that time to want them. Maybe you'll need a little bit more convincing, or maybe you will have moved on, and just whatever it is, right? Whatever it is. But it's of course it's your free will choice as well. But I do see that in the month of October, in the month of October, the reading I'm getting for the month of October only applies to the case where the lesson has not been learned, okay? The case where the month of October dawns and finds your person, the person who made this mistake, or you, whoever made this mistake, still in this Four of Cups, not ready to take this gift that God gave them, right? That's what I'm seeing. So if that person is still not ready in the month of October, then I feel that they will gradually make more progress, and that progress is going to look like this. They're going to transform from this non-committal, non-connecting, non-communicating, non-interested, whatever, transform into this King of Pentacles. How? I don't know. We have to ask someone else. How are they going to do that? I don't know. That's the realm of a personal reading, because, you know, when God's ready to work it out. But I feel like the month of October is going to be continued healing for those, especially sticky situations where the person just still hasn't gotten it yet. Now, I do feel that moving on, hold on, I'm looking at this card. Now, I want to tell you that even if your guy is moving, or your person, or you, whoever this is moving at a snail pace, I feel that they'll still be able to acknowledge this connection. Now that is a far cry. That's great, because that's getting close to acknowledging, like, it's like, imagine this kid. Again, this is for the person who made a mistake but still hasn't learned a lesson. If it reaches October and they still haven't learned a lesson, then this is, you know, beyond October, like throughout October, maybe towards the end. One thing we can say for sure is that they're starting to put two and two together. They're still immobile in many ways, but they're starting to put two and two together. Now, what does that look like here? Because, you know, the people move in the cards. They have this huge thing here. Look at that. It's in the foreground. But you know what? I've never seen this cup in the foreground. In fact, did you? You guys probably noticed this one and these cups, right? But what I'm getting is that he's going to be noticing all these other cups first, and then one day, oh my God, look at that big cup. That is the same cup that this person has been struggling for so long to accept and to acknowledge. Now, some of you may be wondering, because I feel it, I feel the question cresting, well, why is this person so resistant? Again, that is the realm of a personal reading, but I will say this, it's most likely going to be a trauma-based situation. You know, if this is a relationship, it's most likely trauma-based, like, I'm deathly afraid of commitment because then we hear the story. Something that goes back to childhood, something that goes back to whatever. It's never as simple as, yeah, I just want to freak it out. It's never just as simple, because we all see these people who are just sleeping around over and over again, or lying and this and that. That usually indicates there's something deeper that has been gone unchecked. There's a lack of intimacy that is there. Now, if you meet somebody who just enjoys the engaging with different people and sexually, and that's fine. But, you know, the best way to test is to see how good they are at expressing vulnerability, surrendering to intimacy. Hey, if those people are good with that in their lives and, you know, they're able to demonstrate that, then listen, this is just a choice to engage with other people. But if you've noticed, like, oh, this person just is afraid, then that's usually, like, your tip-off, right? So if your person is just shut down, then that's usually what it is. Anyway, yeah, so I feel like for a lot of you have come to this reading wondering what is going on. This is you, the viewer, or the person who you know, did not make the mistake. The person who is just waiting. They're like, what's going on? We had a contract. Like, where is this person? Why did they do this? What is going on? Like, the frustration, I get it. I think a lot of you may not even be in, see, the three words want to come out. Okay, I'm just going to say all of them. Whichever ones apply. Some of you may not be in connection, commitment. What's the third one? Communication, right? You know, and or all of them, right? And I feel like you're like, hello. And I think this is breeding contempt for a lot of you, and it's breeding contemplation. Okay, Spirit, you know, Spirit added that last one, really, because I feel like contemplation, no. Yeah, it's breeding contempt, but it's also breeding contemplation. They're saying, the Spirit is saying, God bless them, let's not miss the spiritual lesson. You know me, you know I miss that. Anyway, because it's not all about loving all the time and romance. It's about two souls coming together for the sake of pushing each other to greater canyons of love, they're saying. Greater canyons, they're saying, and they're showing us down here. Let's make sure we all can see. And they're showing that a canyon runs deep. And look at how far, you know, you have to go in this canyon. Maybe this person's over there. Like, you know, I'm doing my best here with these analogies, right? But they're saying that, you know, it's not all roses and butterflies. It's learning, real life learning. And so real live learning. And so they're reminding us. So sometimes just because you're on the outs with somebody, and there's no communication, they've ghosted, they're like somewhere else, to us that looks like straight up shadow working, right? But they're saying that a lot of times that's space that has been created for the sake of contemplation, okay? And so they're saying the best thing for you, if you're the one feeling contempt, is to get out of that space of contempt. And they're saying that's not going to help you to call them in any quicker. So, you know, if you did want to try and call them in, you know, use some honey, right? Or some sprinkles and not the contempt. And trust me, I'm compassionate with you guys if this is your storyline, because I get frustrated. And it's kind of like, why should I be the one to, you know, why should I be the one to turn the other cheek and be the big person and just overlook and be the vibrational match to pull you in? It's like, dude, you got to do your side too. And so I get that, and so that's why Spirit is also saying try to get out of that space. Okay, so we're doing our best. So yeah, aw, they're so sweet. They just showed this. So they're saying they're doing their best to clear the way, but you know, you do your best to clear the way as well. So when we look at this card, there's a house in the background. Like, let's imagine that your person, whoever made the mistake, you or their person, is over there getting the healing stuff. Spirit is working with them. But meanwhile, we are blocking our own path with the anger and the stress. So why don't we focus on clearing our own path and contemplate and think and just focus on other things, so that while we do that, we can progress closer to this house, right? So that's what they're saying. And when they're ready, they're showing me this card. When they're ready, they will emerge and there will be this reconnection. And they're saying that things that you never thought could be made new again will be made new again. Because I'm seeing the one here. Because it's like, wait, if this person cheated and lied, what? How can we ever? They're saying things that you never thought could be made new again will be made new again. And just trust. I'm getting the king. I'm just getting that for a lot of you guys, the person who made the mistake, whether it's you or the other person, this person is going to emerge a king, okay? This person is going in a baby, immature, and is going to be emerging a king. So, yeah, so I'm seeing that even though, yeah, so some of you may be feeling like you're in this prison, right? You could be in this prison waiting for this person, or maybe you're in this prison because you, whatever it is, whatever side you're on, we're both feeling imprisoned, right? But they're saying to change your perspective, know that you're still on track, and know that there's going to be greater learning brought to all parties, and that things are going to be made whole again, made well again. All right. I'm thinking, is there anything else? I do feel that for maybe one or two of you or a few of you or whatever, if this involves children, if you're concerned like, well, there goes my chance to have a kid, or you're concerned that just whatever, like that you won't be able to have children, or just something concerning a child, they're showing that's not the case. Children will be present. A child is possible. There's one waiting in the stars already for birth, right? So they're showing me that situation, whatever your situation is. If you're worried about the about having children, I would say just relax on that, okay? And okay, they're also saying to rise above your fearsome thoughts. So look at you, whether you are the person who made the mistake or didn't make the mistake. And of course I'm hearing, but we all made mistakes. Of course you all made mistakes, right? But I think that sometimes we can see that one party is more openly out of integrity. Do you know what I mean? We both are out of integrity, but anyway, let's put it this way. Everybody's learning. And so, oh, okay, thank you. And so Spirit is also, thank you, Spirit. They're also saying that if there are some of you who are trapped in that feeling of like, hey, you did everything wrong, or this person did everything wrong, and I did nothing wrong, and they're saying that, you know, everybody is at fault in some way. It takes two to party, so to speak, two to tango. And see this 444. So yeah, I think angels and guides are stepping in on that. Thank you, Spirit. But they're saying to avoid those kinds of dark thoughts, like rise above them. And I can understand they can be really hard, but you know, that's what Spirit is here to do, to help us rise above those situations. So I'm seeing here that even though the person who made the mistake, right, that was being showcased here, they are being given a chance to reflect. I'm seeing that this is also for the other person. They're being given a chance to reflect as well. So there might be different kinds of mistakes made, you know, but like they're saying that everybody's going to be learning. All right, Virgs. Okay, and so yeah, so again, I just want to go back to the beginning. I'm getting that, of course, some of you are still going to be, for some of you, you don't have that romantic storyline. You have more like your divine talents being showcased here. There's some kind of spiritual project or spiritual work, something that is going to be given to you, and they're going to be testing you to see if you can, you know, get through to that. So be careful not to get tempted, whether it's by ego or just some other kind of temptation, all right? Okie dokie. Hopefully that didn't like confuse you guys too much. Of course, thank you so much for watching. If you want to get a personal reading with me, feel free to look below in the box. And if you'd like to donate to me because, well, you're a nice person and so am I, feel free. My PayPal is there. And thank you so much. Mwah. Have a wonderful time. I feel like we're all going to be learning. Yay! Bye!